Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, today we're down at Pattaya Beach. It's a Sunday and we're going to have a chat about what you prefer, to either wander around the beer bars in Pattaya on the hunt, or to save time and energy by ordering in from one of the many phone apps. You know the ones I mean, the friendly one and the firewood one, etc. You know the ones I'm talking about. Whilst we have a little look at the Pattaya Songkran Kite Flying Festival. I'm showing you because I personally have never seen anything like this before in my life. So I thought I'd show you guys, you know. By the way, the word for flying a kite in Thai is wing wow. I think it's quite a good sounding name. It sounds like what it actually is, wing wow. Anyway, let's get on with the subject, shall we? Personally, I always enjoy the thrill of going around the beer bars on the hunt. And if I was on the hunt, I'd always limit my drinking so that it didn't impair my judgment and I didn't end up with a shock the next morning, if you know what I mean. I'm sure you've had that. I enjoy the personal face-to-face, getting to know each other phase, the chatting and drinking together for an hour or two, seeing if there's any chemistry between you. It gives more of a feeling of GFE, you know, girlfriend experience, which I like. And this phase is all about emotions. It's to see how you feel about each other. And it arouses feelings of anticipation, which I think makes it much more enjoyable later on when you go back to the hotel. By the way, let me just interrupt the conversation here for a second. What do these balloons remind you of? Because for me, it looks like those sentry robots, what they call, from the Matrix. Do you remember the Matrix movies? And they had those like squid-like robots. I think they were called sentry or something. Maybe somebody can tell me what they were called. I can't remember. Anyway, it just reminds me of those. I just thought I'd had to throw that in. Let's get back to the conversation. Now, if I were to make an analogy between beer bar hunting compared to using a phone app, beer bars are like walking into a nice Italian pizzeria where you're warmly greeted by the staff and they serve you a nice cold drink and they take care of you while you peruse the available menu, and slowly you make your choice before enjoying the evening's delicacy at your leisure. That's what I think is a beer bar. Now, the analogy for a phone app would be rather like fast food. For example, supposing you called Uber Eats or Deliveroo and ordered something in, then there'd be a knock on the door a little while later, and what arrives may or may not be as described on the menu, but you're committed to it. And choosing from a phone app is really, in my opinion, totally devoid of emotion. You're going purely on looks and you have no idea if there'll be any chemistry between you or if they'll get on or like each other. You haven't got a clue. It's really potluck, but that's just my opinion. To me, this feels more like a business arrangement and there's no GFE at all. However, some people might prefer this, and I understand that. If that's your thing, that's absolutely fine. It's just not my thing. And you can use a phone app in your own country. So why would you come all the way to Thailand to do what you can do at home? Okay, it's cheaper here, but not if you include the airfare and the hotel costs. It's not. So talking about cost, what is the cost difference? Well, usually in a beer bar, bar fine is say 300, although some bars did go up to 5, but that's disappeared now. In fact, they're back to 2 in some cases, 200 I mean. And the ST price is about 1,000. Then of course you've got a couple of lady drinks on top, minimum really, probably 1 or 2 lady drinks, and they're 120, 130 each. So let's add that up. You've got 1,000 and say 300, and then you've got a couple of lady drinks, so you're looking at around about 1,500, 1,550, that sort of price. Now on the phone app, generally I found the ST is about 1,200 if you know how to barter. I ought to know, by the way, I live here, so I've never paid more than that since 2019, so take that as read, okay? I know you get all these silly prices that get quoted, insane prices, but none of that's realistic. It's just people trolling online, okay? The true prices are about 1,200. So the price difference really is only about something like 300 baht, but I feel that there's a huge difference in the quality of the experience. So as I said with the pizzeria versus fast food analogy, one is a gradual discovery experience where anticipation grows as you get to know each other. The other, the phone app experience, is over and done with fairly quickly, and you never really had a chance to get to know each other at all. So I think you guys know which I prefer, but hey, that's just me, okay? I would really like to know your opinions on what you prefer. What do you guys think? Is it the convenience of the phone app? Does that appeal to you? Or are you more of a bit of a romantic at heart and you prefer the getting to know people side of things, you know? And the other thing is, why don't you share with everybody, if you want, your experiences about using phone apps? Because that's the newer thing. Everyone knows about bars and what it's like there, but tell us about experience with the phone apps in Thailand, the various different ones, and what your opinion is, because I don't tend to use them, to be honest. As I think you've probably gathered, I have tried them, but it's not something I enjoy too much. I prefer the other thing. But you guys who like the phone apps, please share with us. Tell us what your experiences are, and if you've had a monster turn up or something, I don't know. It can happen, I'm sure that sort of thing happens. It's the wrong photograph or something. Anyway guys, thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe and share and ring the bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Hope you enjoyed it.